Hey guys, it's one half of the Lardy Boyz, AJ here. I am with
Harry.
Corey, and we are talking about. Oh, sorry, I should rephrase that. We are doing a SummerSlam review. Right. What was the first match?
The first match was The Miz and The Miztourage beating Jason Jordan and the Hardy Boys.
It was an alright match. Showcased everyone. Um, Not so much with the Miz Taraj.
No.
But the Hardys and the Miz especially had their moments in that match. The rest just didn't really get it.
Jason Jordan as well.
Jason Jordan, yeah, he had a few moments, and that was about it, really.
Yeah, ended as Jason Jordan about to do his finisher on Bo Dallas until The Miz actually tagged himself in without Jason Jordan notice him, and The Miz did the Skull Crushing finale to get the 1, 2, 3. Just a bog standard 6-man tag, to be honest.
Yeah.
All of them getting involved, all of them doing like massive moves. And I think it's quite good that The Miz got the victory. More experience over Jason Jordan, which may be the advantage when they go into own rivalry, hopefully
Definitely.
for the IC title. Move on to the second one. The second match was Neville beating Tozawa for the WWE Cruiserweight
Um,
Championship.
I enjoyed it, though it wasn't incredible, but yeah, for a pre-show cruiserweight championship match, it was probably as good as you could get, really.
Yeah, the match lasted for 11 minutes.
Yeah,
I felt like if it went on for much longer, if it was on the main show, then they would have
I
shown more
was.
of what they had.
I'd say 20 minutes at least.
Yeah, most definitely.
Is there you want to answer? Not really. The match was good. Yeah. Nothing really stuck out for me. It was just a good match.
So the third match was the Usos beating the New Day for the Smackdown Tag Team Championship.
I really enjoyed it. The Usos and the New Day have had really good matches.
Yeah,
Personally, I just feel like the Usos it was just a cheap win, really. I feel like the New Day should have held the titles for longer, just so whoever wins against the New Day gets a bigger, like not necessarily push, but just looks stronger as a team. And I just felt like it was the wrong move, but
I felt like
it is what it
it
is.
got what it deserved. 20-minute match. I felt like the New Day was actually quite unique about some of their tag team
Oh,
moves.
definitely. They definitely added some new moves to that. Yeah, they definitely got more in their locker room.
Yeah, I thought the New Day was going to win because it was on the pre-show, and usually they try to get the faces to win, so people are hyped and excited about SummerSlam or any other pay-per-view. But fans were also really happy that the Usos won as well. So either way, it was a win-win situation. The match was great. So we go on to the main show, which is John Cena defeating Baron Corbin in a 10-minute match.
It was awful.
What?
Corbin didn't really have any what's the word? Corbin was made to look really weak. Yeah,
Yeah.
he didn't look strong at all, and I feel like after Corbin losing the briefcase, I feel like the thing he needed was to show off and to show that he could just go out there and destroy.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen with Cena. It's just what's next for Corbin? I mean, he's lost the briefcase. He's lost against Cena. How is he going to recover from
Yeah.
this? Cena literally buried him. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only way I could think that could make him look strong now is if he wins the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And I doubt he's going to win the Royal Rumble.
If he maybe Survivor Series, he'd be part of the maybe a tag team, and he
Maybe.
wins it for them, that maybe help him out a bit. But it's difficult now because you think, well, he can't go for a main title run because he's got beaten by Cena, and maybe probably wasn't for the best to him to even have the briefcase. Maybe he just wasn't ready for it. Could have gave to someone like Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
It's just annoying because fans have been taking the piss out of him, and I'm not too sure if WWE are ready to pull the trigger yet with Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
So the next match was Natalia beating Naomi for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
It was a great match.
Most definitely.
And the right person won. Hopefully Natalia gets a decent run with this. 4 or 5 months would be sufficient enough. And yeah, I really want to see what Natalia can bring to the table with the championship.
Yeah, she's deserved it. Like, the amount of years that she's been with the company, she's only won it before this once, and that was like the Divas Championship.
God, that was like 2009, 2010.
Yeah, 2009, 2010. So fucking, she had to wait 7 years.
Yeah, if you think about how long she's been there, she's only won the title twice.
2007.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
only won it twice.
It's ridiculous.
Once
Yeah.
before tonight. But now she's the 2-time champion.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Considering when you've got superstars like Sasha Banks who've had it like what 5 times now.
Yeah.
It's
It's
stupid.
not right. Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully her and Naomi will have a rematch. They have good chemistry together. They know each other quite well, so it does work when it comes to the ring. So next up was one of the piss breaks. Big Cass defeating the Big Show with Enzo Amore suspended above a ring in a shark cage. The only highlight of that match, pretty much it was Enzo escaping the cage by taking off his clothes and lubing himself up. And then when he got out of the cage, straight away Big Cass just booted him right in the face.
It was just a pointless match. It was just a filler.
It was.
And yeah, there was nothing great about it. Just
To be fair, that match, right? Instead of having that match, they could have put the Miz in that spot and defended the IC title.
Against Jason Jordan.
That's what they could have done.
yeah,
But they didn't do it.
No.
it was a pointless time filler, and the shark cage didn't really do anything. Yeah.
See, you just think now, like, what's going to happen to people like, what's going to happen to Enzo? Like, because pretty much SummerSlam, that's it. Their rivalry must be over now.
Yeah.
Is he going to go NXT? Is he going to go 205 Live? What about Big Show? He's probably going to be having a rest now until like the Royal Rumble and stuff like that. So that match lasted for 10 minutes. One of the matches that, to be honest, I didn't really care about only lasted 10 seconds, and that was Randy Orton versus Rusev. Randy Orton hitting Rusev with an RKO straight away after Rusev, before the match felt even wrong, beat the shit out of Randy Orton.
I think it was wrong. I mean, Rusev
wrong.
needed that win. I mean, yeah, Randy has lost a few times since being since losing the championship, but it's just he doesn't need wins he doesn't really need that many wins. And Rusev, considering I don't actually remember the last time he actually had a pay-per-view match and won.
No.
And I feel like he needed that win to show that he's there on SmackDown and he's there to dominate the brand.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen tonight. What is Rusev going to How is Rusev going to recover? The only way I could see him recovering is just injuring Randy Orton for like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
And
he's probably going to attack Randy on SmackDown, and then they're going to have a match at a pay-per-view, then Rusev's going to win, and then Randy's going to probably win the next one. That's what's going to happen. It's just disappointing. It just really is. It's like, why have that match when it's only going to last 10 seconds?
yeah, definitely.
It's very pointless.
So, the next match was on the Raw brand, and it was Sasha Banks winning the Women's Raw Championship against Alexa Bliss by submission.
This match for me was a massive mistake. I think Alexa Bliss should have kept the title tonight.
Yeah.
Really don't think Sasha should have won.
It was frustrating.
It was a good match. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they definitely had great chemistry. It was just the wrong person won, and I'm assuming, considering how it looks like it was a bit of a mistake, and you know.
I do have a theory about this though.
Oh, yeah.
I do reckon that either Alexa Bliss is going to win it back from Sasha Banks, or Sasha's going to have the title until Bailey gets healthy, and then it's going to be Bailey versus Sasha for the title.
Yeah.
What if she faces Alexa Bliss? Leave it for a month or so.
Yeah.
Don't do it straight away.
Yeah. I felt like with Bliss, what she was doing was that she was attacking Sasha Banks' shoulder that she actually hurt just before SummerSlam. And Sasha Banks got Bliss into the bank statement, and Bliss went for the shoulder, and it worked. But then, literally a couple of seconds later, Banks got Bliss into the bank statement. Bliss didn't do the hurting her shoulder. She was right next to the ropes, but she tapped. I'm like, why? You were literally right there, and you could have easily done what you done before. So hopefully Bliss will get the title back as soon as possible, because it didn't feel right. The crowd was quite surprised that it ended like that quite quick. So next match was Finn Balor defeating Bray Wyatt in 10 minutes and 14
It was a good match.
seconds.
There was a lot of back and forth action, a lot of hard hitting action. Just felt it was a little bit too short. Yeah, it was alright. I reckon it could have been a lot better than it was, though. I reckon it could have been a 20-minute match.
To be honest, I can't remember the match.
I was very happy with the match. I was really happy. They didn't like they usually do with Bray Wyatt, like him playing mind games with his opponents. Finn being the demon just showed that it's Finn playing the mind games this time, not Bray.
Yeah.
And that's what I enjoyed about the match.
Okay.
It was something different.
So, next match was for the Raw Tag Team Championship. Went on for quite a while, 18 minutes, 36 seconds. And it was Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins defeating Cesaro and Sheamus to become the new Raw Tag Team Champions. And it was a good match. I enjoyed it quite a lot. I was quite surprised on how both Seth and Dean actually worked together as a team. Because weeks prior to it, like, even though they did the fist bumpy thing, like, I thought there may have still be a bit of problems between them two, but no, it seemed like they were like together like they were back in the days as a Shield, and there were so many close calls between Dean Ambrose and Cesaro and Sheamus. There's many times before, oh yes, Dean's gonna tap out to the sharpshooter, he didn't, and then Cesaro and Sheamus did like 3 to 4 finishes on Dean, and Dean still kicked out. So it was a bit annoying because I thought a bit overkill, but overall it was a great match, and I'm looking forward to see what's going to happen between Dean and Seth.
Yeah, definitely a fantastic match. That's probably my favourite match of the night.
I enjoyed it. There was a lot of. It was a very physical match. I really enjoyed it. All 4 competitors are great. And yeah, I mean, you know, obviously, it would be nice for Cesaro and Sheamus to win and stay as champions, but I don't mind. I mean, it was just nice to see, you know, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins tag team again and being champions. Yeah.
Yeah. So the next match was AJ Styles retaining. So this is the first person that's actually retained the title on this card tonight, against Kevin Owens, with Shane McMahon being the special guest referee. And I thought another good match. I liked it quite a lot. It was quite entertaining to see what Shane was going to do, because there's been times that both AJ Styles and Kevin Owens went face to face with Shane McMahon, and Shane McMahon has attacked. And then he sort of did like a fast count for the other person, so it felt a bit weird being like, oh, maybe he's screwing this person over. Um, AJ Styles, no, Kevin Owens was pretty much close to actually winning the title, getting the 3 count, but then Shane McMahon realizing that AJ Styles had his leg on the rope the whole time. Kevin Owens got really annoyed. I think Shane pushed him, and then AJ Styles took full advantage. Did the style clash, got the 1, 2, 3, and we're going to see a rivalry between Shane and Kevin Owens.
Yeah, it was a great match. Great chemistry. Feel like this is going to start some triple threat match at Survivor Series between Shane, AJ, and Owens. And yeah, it was just a great match, really.
I haven't really got much to say about it, other than the fact that the little mishaps during the match with the foot on the rope and constantly complaining that there's a 3 count.
Yeah.
It got a bit old after a few times. I just thought they could just get on with the match they were playing. But I suppose it's to build up tension and drama, I suppose.
Yeah. So, the next match was Jinder Mahal retaining his WWE Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura. And I don't really want to talk about it.
It was embarrassing for Nakamura.
Extremely disappointing match.
Yeah, Nakamura needed to win that. I know, yeah, he's new to Smackdown and he's new to the main roster and all that stuff, but he needed that. Mahal, yeah, he's great as champion, but it was disappointing. When Nakamura is an international wrestler who is amazing at what he does, and it's pretty much wasted.
Yeah, I felt like the match was quite slow paced as well.
Oh, definitely.
I couldn't really get in the match, and just the ending was you just knew it was going to come. The whatever brothers got involved, Nakamura being an idiot, thinking, oh, I'm going to attack these two, not knowing that Jinder Mahal's going to attack me and do his finisher. So nothing much to say about that match. I'm just really disappointed. But I think the rivalry's still going to go, and I think Nakamura will pick up the title in the next few months.
Yeah, it's very disappointing result. I mean, like you said, it's Nakamura needed this win. I just don't feel like they did Nakamura justice in this match. They royally screwed him over in this match. Like, why put him through that match with Cena?
Yeah.
And then give him this at SummerSlam? It doesn't make sense. If anything, they should have done Baron Corbin versus Nakamura and then John Cena versus Mahal and then let Cena lose like that. That's what I would have preferred.
Oh, definitely, because well, I don't care for Cena. Cena should job. I mean,
that's what I mean. So job into Mahal.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah. And then
So the final match was the Fatal
Four-Way, Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman for the Universal title.
Braun
was dominant throughout the whole match. I mean,
oh my god.
The match itself was dominant. I mean, as far as I can remember, there was no slow moment. It was a very fast-paced, high-action wrestling match. And personally, I feel like the wrong person won. I wanted Samoa Joe to win, just because he deserves it. Samoa Joe needs a main title run, and think about it, it would have been a fun run as a heel, just dominating Raw.
Yeah, they did tease Roman winning about 3-4 times.
Yeah,
they teased him about to win the match, but obviously Brock going leaving the match injured because Braun put him through 2 tables
Yeah.
and then dealt the 3rd one on top of him.
Yeah.
And then obviously him coming back out and then dominating the way he did to pick up the win, I thought was quite impressive. But
Yeah.
I think, again, Joe wasn't done justice in the match either. He wasn't used very much in the match at all.
No.
He was very quiet in the match.
Yeah.
Well,
But yeah.
He just came in to do the Cohido crutch a few
Yeah.
times and that was it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good thing is that Joe didn't get pinned and Roman did get pinned.
Yeah.
So it would make sense if Roman doesn't really chase for the Universal title now, because
Yeah.
he's got pins. Like that's a massive loss for Roman. Joe didn't get pinned, so that's good because I really want Joe to still be up there competing. It's just what Brock's gonna do next. Are we gonna see Brock at the next pay-per-view? Probably not. We're probably going to see Braun versus Samoa Joe, #1 contenders match. That sort of bullshit, really.
Yeah.
But I want to see like Strowman win that Universal title because the crowd are on his side massively, and when he wins that title, the place is going to go mental. And yeah, it's pretty much me done.
Yeah. All in all, the pay-per-view wasn't that great. There's a few matches that, made it okay, it was a good pay-per-view. But if you compare it to TakeOver Brooklyn 3, SummerSlam was awful. I mean, if you look at TakeOver, all the matches were incredible matches, and yeah, it's a shame of the talent. The talent just aren't used correctly, and it's just a shame. It really is. Especially former NXT wrestlers like Baron Corbin, Samoa Joe, and Nakamura. It's just, what is the point in them being on the main roster if they don't get pushed? That's all I gotta say. You got anything?
That's it, mate. That's it. I've said all I wanted to say.
You got anything?
No, other than pay-per-view was okay. I mean, my favourite match of the whole pay-per-view was Ambrose and Rollins versus Sheamus and Cesaro for the Raw Tag Team titles. And then my least favourite match was probably Randy Orton versus Rusev. That was just terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, the pay-per-view was okay, I guess. I suppose it's better than nothing, as they say. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good.
Just didn't do justice for anyone. That's all I've got to say.
Yeah, going on to that, I feel they could have actually shown more of the former NXT superstars. Like, they could have shown what they're worth.
Yeah.
This could have been their stage to shine.
Yeah, definitely.
But they didn't do anything, so.
I don't really want to say anything else because obviously I'll just be rambling on about how bad SummerSlam was. So. Yeah, that's it. If you like, subscribe and comment. Also follow me on Twitter at the Lardy Boyz.
Harry Miss 23.
Corridor 7.
Goodbye and thank you.